like she said, like, it doesn't have to be something expensive. You could spend, I mean, the dollar store has earrings, like, no, that's probably something it would irritate my ears probably, but like, it's thoughtful, it's nice. But clearly he just stopped at a gas station because that's probably all that was open on Christmas, and he didn't get her anything decent. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Like, I've noticed that in a lot of these Am I the A-hole posts, that's like a common theme where husbands or wives need to stand, like, I believe when you're married to someone, like, you're with them through thick and thin, and like, even if it's against your family, like, if someone is wronging them, you need to stand up for them, like, that's your life partner. So yeah, that's another problem in that post. Okay, let's see. I want to find a good one. Okay, this one, like, just on the surface sounds awful, but we'll see where it goes. Am I the a-hole for telling a coworker that I'll go to HR if they keep pushing the Christmas adopt a family on me? My job has adopted a family for Christmas, and there are many options to choose from to get each adult and child. The gift options have started to fly off the board. Cool, but apparently someone has like they were using a $10 Walmart gift card. Like, if it was the difference of a child getting a $10 to spend at Walmart versus nothing, like, I'm sure that child would be thrilled. So I'm not going to say either way on this one, because I definitely totally understand where this person's coming from, but at the same time, like, we need to try and help people that have been through similar things that we have. So the first comment says, not the a-hole. I have a very simple rule about any kind of solicitation. Once I say no